Hello everyone, welcome to Tzu Chi This Week. I'm Duncan DeAeth and it's great to have you with us. Tzu Chi has teamed up with a hospital in Myanmar to help provide meals for patients who come from rural areas. Volunteers in Suzhou, China are making home care visits to check on living conditions of immigrant laborers and their children. At the Tzu Chi kindergarten in Kedah, Malaysia, children are preparing for their veggieland adventure. For residents in Myanmar from remote areas, sometimes the journey to a hospital to see a doctor is difficult because they may not have enough funds to pay for food. Since September, Myanmar Tzu Chi volunteers have worked with local farmers to provide porridge for hospital patients every Sunday morning. This also inspired the hospital to provide porridge for patients every Wednesday as well.
Spreading the good news using a bullhorn, last September, Tzu Chi farmer volunteers started preparing hot porridge for patients every Sunday. This began the Tzu Chi hospital's hot meal distribution with a charity organization. At the beginning of this year, the hospital itself also added a Wednesday hot porridge event, with the hospital staff themselves handling it all.
Because of your actions, many people have seen that hospitals, too, can be giving to people. Sometimes parents will come donate some money on behalf of their newborn children.
The hospital staff prepared the rice the night before and early Wednesday morning began making the porridge. The head nurse also brought her favorite side dishes to add to the porridge.
The ingredients are purchased and cooked by us because we are worried about the food quality if it is ready-made food. The food is from the stores. We like to eat ourselves. We just want to give them the best.
For remote villagers, this free meal is such a godsend as they might not have enough money for food after paying for travel expenses and medical bills.
It's delicious. My mother went to get a second helping. When she went back for thirds, the pot was empty.
Seeing a need, Tzu Chi volunteers take action in hopes they will inspire more people to do good deeds as well.
Our next two stories are about volunteers in Malaysia. In Malacca, Tzu Chi volunteers have been caring for a family with a disabled child since 2011. To care for her disabled son at school, the mother often had to leave the daughter home alone. Upon learning of the situation, a Tzu Chi volunteer offered to babysit the daughter so that the mother wouldn't need to worry about her safety.
This Indian mother and daughter pair is the family Tzu Chi volunteer Ko Yong-chu has been waiting for. The mother, Punithawati, and her family started to receive Tzu Chi's assistance since 2011. Since Punithawati usually has to ride a bicycle to her son's school to change the diaper for her disabled son, she often has to leave her daughter, who's less than 1, at home alone.
I need to help him change diapers. I often worry, and if I'm running late, I will ride the bike really fast. Since he cannot walk, if I'm late, he'd wet his pants.
I asked her what she does with her child. She says she leaves the child in the cradle. A child is able to turn over at the age of 7 or 8 months old. You cannot leave her at home. What if she falls?
Since she lives close by, Ko Yong-chu decided to help this family.
Since I simply take care of my granddaughter, I said I'd wait for her here. She can bring the child here for me to babysit. This way she will feel more at ease and stop rushing.
Fortunately, this volunteer helps me out. I am very grateful to her. I feel at ease leaving my daughter with her. If I left my daughter at home alone, I'd feel worried.
Reaching out to this desperate mother, Ko Yong-chu has lessened Punithawati's worries and brought a smile to her face.
Meanwhile, in Penang, Malaysia, a solitary senior has been a care recipient for more than 2 years. The woman was living in despair after her leg was amputated due to diabetes and her younger sister had passed away. Thanks to volunteers' loving care, she has found new meaning in life.
Smiling with joy, Li Gui-ying is now able to face the pain she has endured.
Soon after my leg was amputated, my younger sister passed away. My other sibling lives in Singapore, which is far. Therefore, I was quite sad. Fortunately, some friends, relatives, and Tzu Chi brothers and sisters told me not to worry too much and live happily.
These friends' companionship helped her let go of her worries. In addition, reading the Tzu Chi monthly magazine Tzu Chi volunteers brought her has also uplifted her spirit.
She knows that saving coins in the bamboo coin bank, when put together, can help a lot of people.
Being able to help other people has given her a different meaning of life. Li Guiying has also discovered that good fortune has never really left her.
Do not always rely on others. Do what we can do. Thank you, Master, for establishing Tzu Chi Foundation. Thank you. Thank you.
In Indonesia, Sujuno and Yesi Christina completed Tzu Chi volunteer training this year. The couple also regularly brought their 3 children with them to the training to teach them empathy for those who are less fortunate. Even though the family of 5 are Christians, they still want to spread compassion to others.
Crossing over an embankment to walk along the Kaili Anka, Sujono and Yesi venture out with their 3 children. They're not going for a simple walk, but are doing charitable works.
The purpose is to let our children have the broader view and teach them there are a lot of children the same age as them who are impoverished. Perhaps they will become more grateful in the future.
Seeing their mother work alongside Tzu Chi volunteers to care for the elderly teaches the children to be charitable.
Bisa mempunyai sebuah atap untuk ditinggal, 2 orang tua yang luar biasa, dan juga
being able to live with great parents and a very sensible sister and brother makes me feel really happy. So for this year's Valentine's Day, I want to share this love with everyone.
Saya ingin dalam topik Valentine's ini saya ingin membagikan kasih sayang juga kepada orang-orang di dunia ini.
Jadi kita di hidup ini.
In life, we should always be grateful.
Padahal harusnya kita
We should care and love everyone that we encounter.
cinta kasih yang baru kepada semuanya.
This family not only has love in their heart, but every week they talk, hug, and even pray together as a family.
Let us live happily in peace. Amen.
While this family may have different religious beliefs, they continue to have love in their hearts and enthusiastically carry out the work of Tzu Chi to spread love to their community.
In Suzhou, volunteers are caring for families of subsistence laborers by providing free health checks for their children. They are planning scholarship support for the children and doing home visitations. After checking on living conditions, volunteers hope to lend all the support they can.
To begin their home visitations of the poor, Tzu Chi volunteers from Suzhou set out from Duncan Elementary. First, they visit Zhao Hongju, who lives in a garage. Zhao Hongju's dad does odd jobs for a living, while her mother takes on sewing.
一天能缝多少呀？
一天缝本来就是3件衣服。
3件衣服缝完的话，你能一天有多少？3件衣服10块钱。
Knowing her education is not to be taken for granted, Zhao Hongju is a serious student.
英语98，语文99。
English 98, language arts 99, math 98. Whoa, sweetheart, you're doing well.
Before leaving the young girl's home, volunteers remind the mother that perhaps it's time to give Hongju her own bed to sleep in.
The child is getting older. She should sleep on her own. You can have a folding bed, and when she's not using it, you can fold it up and put it away.
Meanwhile, over at Zhang Wenya's home, her parents' burden is even heavier as they have 4 children.
是，老大睡上面，老二、老三睡这下面，然后你们带一个儿子睡这边啊。
After thoroughly understanding the situation with each family, volunteers break into groups to further organize the information.
Our main purpose is to assist the children so that they can continue their education. It's a spark and potentially a source of strength for them. Though we offer only a little financial support, we hope this assistance can give the children continued support.
This visit to the homes of these laborers lets the volunteers clearly see how they can further help, as they hope to one day help the children break free from the cycle of poverty.
Tzu Chi volunteers held a scholarship award ceremony in Xiamen, Fujian that also taught students lessons on environmental awareness. Volunteers reminded the students that the financial support was from donations of recycling volunteers, to hopefully encourage the students to treasure their gift.
On this day, the Wu Yuanwan office in Xiamen is filled with a festive vibe. 161 students have come from 26 schools to receive their scholarship fund. But before the ceremony starts, the students take an educational tour.
Recycling 10 kilograms of tin cans is equivalent to saving 5.7 liters of petroleum. When you recycle 50 kilograms of paper, it's equivalent to saving a 20-year-old tree.
Volunteers also plan some ice-breaking activities. High school senior Zhang Qing hopes to become a Tzu Chi volunteer when she becomes older.
I was actually a bit reserved before, and it was in high school that I came into contact with Tzu Chi. I feel now I have left my shyness behind. I love to laugh, and it's all because of the love Tzu Chi gave me.
It's really the volunteers' love that gives these poor students a shoulder to lean on. While handing out the aid individually, volunteers don't forget to ask how the students are doing. Peng Huiping's husband recently passed away from cancer, and the responsibility of taking care of the children on her own has her worried. Thankfully, Tzu Chi volunteers are there to lend her some strength. The scholarship support is also a form of blessings for these impoverished families, in hopes that they have more positive energy to face their future.
Malaysia's Tzu Chi kindergarten in Kedah has begun its Veggie Planet Passport campaign. The entire student body and teachers have vowed a meatless diet for 30 days. This year, a company on Veggie Planet is hosting a special job fair to give the children some early job hunting experience. Let's take a look.
No matter if it's cutting paper, laying out the tablecloth, or cutting vegetables, the children from Malaysia's Kedah Tzu Chi kindergarten display their talents as they all hope to get a job on Veggie Planet.
We're picking flowers to make Veggie Planet more beautiful.
The children use their imagination and recycled materials to create their own Veggie Planet.
Our spaceship is made from PET bottles because we don't want to waste resources. If we cut down trees, mudslides will occur. We need to protect the planet and not let it die.
For those who are assigned the job of a chef, they make delicious vegetarian cuisine for everyone to eat.
I've just fed a younger brother. Why? We want to save the planet, so we're eating vegetables.
For the next 30 days, these children will keep to a vegetarian diet to do their part in saving the planet.
Malaysia Tzu Chi Kindergarten recently taught kindergartners a bit about motherhood with a simulated pregnancy activity. The kids had to carry a stone or balloon in front of their belly to see how difficult it is to be a mother.
The size and the weight of a human embryo are similar to that of a water drop on a lotus leaf. To experience the growth of the embryo as time passes, these kindergarten kids now carry a stone in front of their belly.
Baby， 越长越大了，只会怎样？会越来越大，而且会好重啊。
To let the kids experience what pregnancy is like, teachers from Malaysia Tzu Chi Kindergarten ask them to carry a balloon in front of them while they walk, eat, or play. These students from Butterworth Tzu Chi Kindergarten unfortunately broke her balloon due to an accident.
所以呢，我们祝福他，我们祝福他，然后祝他找到一个好的家。然后这个呢，你的宝宝要加油啊，要好好顾他。
Giving her another chance, she has become more careful and realizes how difficult it is to be a mother.
不可以让丢这个 baby，要爱护这个 baby。
This girl's mother is really pregnant.
太重了。
After experiencing from the simulated pregnancy at school, this child has become more well-behaved as she helps her mother out around the house, such as doing the dishes and sweeping the floor.
I'm so lucky that I'm pregnant again because she makes me realize how much my child cares about me.
With this experience, these children have learned to be more grateful and have started to carry out their filial duties despite their young age.
10 years ago, Nao Se Kaul suffered a stroke which left him with unclear speech and mobility issues. Tzu Chi volunteers recently learned that sometimes he would fall when trying to get around his house. To prevent the 74-year-old man from falling inside the shower, volunteers helped to install a handrail in his bathroom.
Tzu Chi volunteers have come to install a grab bar at stroke victim Mr. Gao Se Kaul's home.
The bathroom that he uses doesn't have a grab bar. The wife said her husband would use the spigot in replacement. It's pretty dangerous, so we thought a bar would be better.
After the bar was installed, Gao tries it out.
With the safety bars installed, I can lift myself up and I'm not afraid of falling.
It's safer now because he won't take the can into the shower.
The volunteers also install a handrail at the stairs to help him get in and out of the house easier.
It's easy to go downstairs, but climbing up the stairs is difficult.
Safeguarding the seniors' home, volunteers ensure these seniors feel the love and warmth of Tzu Chi.
Sometimes, Tzu Chi volunteers don't just help prepare the homes of a care recipient, but they also often clean the home exterior as well. In Taichung, there is an elderly care recipient who had to cross a bumpy alleyway every time her daughter went to the hospital. The alleyway's condition caused many problems for this family, so Tzu Chi volunteers recently paved over the path so that the daughter, who is in a wheelchair, and the mother, who uses a walker, can come and go with ease.
After Ms. Jan and her daughter gets home from rehabilitation, Ms. Jan slowly makes her way to the door using a walker, while Ms. Jan's daughter is rolled backwards towards the door on the wheelchair by the caregiver.
The daughter goes to rehabilitation every 2 days. It's difficult to push the wheelchair through the pathway.
This pathway of about some 20 meters is this mother and daughter's pair only way out of their home. Since the path isn't smooth, even with a walker, Ms. Jan sometimes trips and falls. Tzu Chi volunteers are here to first clear the pathway and have also hired a professional to smooth out the path.
We want to pave the path smooth for her to lessen the stress of going outside.
It's more comfortable. Otherwise, it was uneven and filled with grass.
After the path has been smoothed, the mother and daughter pair no longer has to worry about falling on their way out of their home.
Our next two stories are about classes being offered at the Jingsi Hall in Taipei's Wanhua district. There are a variety of subjects that the Jingse Hall has organized for members of the community. In our next story, we will check out some of the Japanese classes.
If I ever go to Japan myself, it would be more convenient.
For members of the community in Wanhua, Taipei who want to study Japanese, they can now do just that at the local Jingse Hall.
Most of the students in the class are adults. They only choose to come to the class if they have the need or interest. So I often find phrases they hear in daily life and some Japanese vocabularies to teach them.
In order to promote an atmosphere for community bonding and to encourage lifelong learning, the Wanhua Jingse Hall runs a variety of interesting courses for people to attend.
I think learning languages is really important. The things we learn are very useful for everyone. And Japanese is used a lot both here and in Japan. Japanese is an important language and it can be helpful to us.
The teacher leads students in practiced conversations. The method helps them overcome their nervousness and put the words they have learned to good use.
The teacher really has a lot of experience and she really motivates us to have an interest in the language. She really gives us a lot of instruction.
With practices of conversations between our classmates, she improves our memorization skills. Therefore, we are able to remember these conversations in a short period of time.
As they say, you are never too old to learn, and learning is what makes life most enjoyable. Another class that is available at the Wanhua Jingse Hall is a tea class. The lessons include info on tea ceremony, brewing good teas, and even how to use tea to dye cloth and to decorate their homes.
Students wash their hands to let go of their worries of the day. They meditate to bring peace to their minds.
It brings peace to your mind, so you don't feel agitated.
When my husband drank the first cup of the tea I made, he was quite surprised. He asked me, "Did you spend thousands of dollars on the tea?" I said, "No, it was the same tea I bought long ago." He then said, "Why does it taste different?" The tea wasn't very expensive, but after I made it attentively, he could sense my sincerity.
In addition to learning life wisdom from making tea, students also learn to cherish things from dyeing with tea.
When people know they have bought bad tea, they feel bad to throw them away. But drinking it isn't good for their health. So after this class, they will know what to do with their bad tea.
When people can dye cloth with the tea they don't want, they can decorate their houses with it and add colors and fun to their lives.
Tzu Chi volunteer training in Vietnam started in mid-March this year. We'll finish our show today with some images of the volunteers in training. That's all the time we have. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.